Hey, alright everybody, how's it going? Now I got a story here in front of me and it goes against the narrative that certain people on YouTube are saying, and the sort of anti-EV crowd are saying that nobody wants to buy an EV. You hear that all the time. Well, I do. People come on my channel and they tell me that nobody wants to buy an EV. What they mean is they don't want to buy an EV, but for somehow that turns in their brain and ends up being nobody wants to buy an EV. How does that happen? I don't know. Anyway, this story will paint a slightly different picture, and there is another story I want to talk about after this one, but let's get into this one first. Now, I read this one first, and for some reason I got a little bit confused. I don't know why. Maybe I'm old, I don't know, but I got a little bit confused when I read it because this is what it says, okay? And this is Marketplace Europe is from, and I think it's CNN Business, and it says Volkswagen's electric car orders double in Europe. So let's say that one more time. Volkswagen's electric car orders double in Europe. Now, I've been hearing that nobody wants to buy an electric car, but this headline here, and this is dated April the 30th, so it's only yesterday's date, and it says Volkswagen's electric car orders double in Europe. Okay, so let's have a little look down further what it says. It says Volkswagen's orders for electric vehicles shot up in Europe in the first quarter of 2024 compared to a year ago. So orders this year compared to last year in the first quarter are up. Okay. Now, this is the bit where I got confused. I shouldn't have got confused. I just didn't read it correctly. Because it says further on down, it says Volkswagen's EV deliveries declined 16% in Europe in the first quarter of 2024 to 2023. That's deliveries. But what we're talking about here is people have actually ordered way more cars than Volkswagen can deliver. Okay, so let's read a little bit more. It says the jump in orders in Europe's biggest car maker comes amid concerns about slowing EV sales in the region as EV makers grapple with slim profit margins squeezed by increasing competition. Now, Volkswagen said the future will be electric. This is our conviction. Chief Finance Officer Arno Antlitz, I think that's his name, told analysts and journalists on a call on Tuesday. He said, however, he acknowledged that the pace of EV sales growth in Europe and the United States have been slower than the German car maker had originally anticipated. He said EV penetration will increase quarter by quarter, year over year, but not as fast as we expected, he said. Now, the reason why they're saying that there was a time gap between incoming orders and delivery to the customers and supply bottlenecks impacted the delivery performance in Q1. But actual orders, people actually ordering these vehicles, has doubled. They said it's doubled in Europe. So that does go against the grain of what I knew there'd be more to the story. There's more to the story than meets the eye, isn't it? And I think I did read another article where another car manufacturer said that they were struggling to keep up with demand in the first quarter of 2023. So there's always, if you look behind the curtains or under the carpet, you'll always find that there's certain reasons why certain things happen. And this seems to be that they just couldn't deliver the amount of cars that were ordered. Now, if you're an anti-EV person, or you don't like EVs, or you just can't stand the fact of EVs selling more and more, then this video is... You're not going to like this video. You're not going to like it, and you're probably going to say something nasty to me, as usual. You're going to call me an idiot, or some stupid word. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I'm reading from Volkswagen. This is what Volkswagen have said. They know what their orders are. Are they going to lie about doubling orders? I don't think so. Why would they do that? Okay, so there we go. So the orders have doubled they're not in trouble with the orders. Now, the other story I want to talk about was, on that story, I'll put a link to that story in the link in the description down below, so you can have a look at the full story instead of me waffling and not giving the whole details. But that's the gist of it. I'm giving you the gist of the story. Now, the second story, and this seems like mainstream media have gone nutty about this, and also a certain Australian bloke was straight on it with a little smirk on his face. And this story is Musk disbands Tesla's EV charging team, leaving customers in the dark. Now, we know that Elon Musk, you could sort of say, like, he took over Twitter and he sacked people. He's a sort of, he does sack a lot of people. I think he's trying to streamline all his businesses now, and trying to make as much profit as possible, because he must have looked at he looks at certain things and he says, can this still work? Can the Tesla supercharging infrastructure still work without these people? He must have looked at it and thought, yes, it must do. Okay, that's what I think personally. Okay, and they are trying to maximize profits. Now, people have been saying that because he's sacked the team of superchargers, that's the end of the superchargers. But that isn't so, because further down in the article it does say, if I can get to the further down in the article, it said Tesla did not respond to the request from the comment about the team for superchargers. Well, they said about 500 people have been sacked. It's not the whole team. There must be some people left, because it says in this article that Musk said keep the best of the best on the team. Okay, and it says by Tesla did not respond for requests for the comment, but it said Musk subsequently said on X that the car maker still plans to expand the supercharger network, just at a slower pace for new locations, and the focus is going to be on 100% uptime and expansion of existing locations. Now, it also does say that further down by here, that Tesla has been awarded money under the federal government's NEVI program, he said, or somebody said, and that's referring to the National Electric Vehicle Infrastructure Formula Program, to provide funding to states to deploy electric charging networks. So they said there's no way Mr. Musk would walk away from effectively free money. And that's what I think as well, because when you open up the network, like your charging network, to everybody, you get government funding, not just in the USA, in the UK as well, because I think I did see that Tesla has opened up a lot of the charging sites to, any cars can use them. So I don't think it's the end of the charging network. I think it's still going to expand. I think he's just streamlining everything. Everything's been streamlined at the moment, and that's all it is. Now, it's not very nice that people have got sacked and lost their jobs, but I think Elon Musk is the type of person, like I just said, that if something can work with less people in, that's what he does. He did it in Twitter, now he's doing it with Tesla. A bit harsh, I suppose, but that's business at the end of the day. Anyway, if you like my waffle, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ahoy!